Mes chers compatriotes congolais, peuple rwandais, peuple du monde entier, soyez les bienvenus à cette nouvelle rubrique de la justice sociale. Cette rubrique consacrée à la lutte de toutes sortes d'antivaleurs qui retardent le développement des pays africains, du continent, des régions africaines et du continent africain dans son ensemble. Excusez-moi de parler en français, mais l'émission sera consacrée en anglais parce que cette émission est un droit de réponse et elle est spécialement dédiée, ces messages est spécialement dédié à Monsieur Paul Adolf Hitler Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda. Comme vous le savez, pendant près de 3 décennies, la République démocratique du Congo, mon pays, vit des scènes d'atrocités, des rébellions, des guerres, d'occupation, des invasions, dont tous nous connaissons les auteurs, mais pas très bien identifiés. Mais grâce à la bravure du gouvernement actuel, dirigé par son Excellence M. Félix Antoine Tshisekedi et son ministre des Affaires étrangères et tous ses groupes, nous avons pu identifier l'ennemi qui, durant toutes ces décennies, niait toute implication, c'est-à-dire M. Paul Kagame, qui niait toute implication de l'armée rwandaise ou son implication personnelle de son réseau et de son empire Ematuti en vue de déstabiliser l'Est du Congo. Vous le savez, lors de la conférence, le forum international à Bruxelles, M. Tshisekedi, le président de la RDC, a désigné M. Kagame dans la salle comme étant l'acteur principal, le mentor, le sponsor, les tireurs de ficelles de toutes les guerres et toutes ces rebelles et ces mouvements d'instabilité à l'est du Congo, qu'il a préféré tendre la main, que lui a ignoré dans toutes ses ironies. Il y a eu récemment, le 4 décembre dernier, 2025, les accords de paix signés entre Kinshasa et Kigali à Washington en vue d'installer la paix durable dans la région, et cet accord sous témoin du Burundi et du Kenya. À notre grande surprise, nous Congolais, qui luttons, que ce soit dans l'armée, le phare de l'armée congolaise, qu'on appelle le FARDC, ou l'armée numérique congolaise que nous sommes, nous luttons pour déjouer tous les actes et les actions de l'ennemi déployés sur ces soldats afin de déstabiliser la RDC. Et nous pensions et nous réfléchissons pourquoi cette guerre, quelle était la raison et la cause de cette guerre injuste qui a fait périr plus de 10 millions ou plus de 12 millions de Congolais sur le sol congolais, le plus gros carnage humain après celui de la Deuxième Guerre mondiale. Aujourd'hui, M. Paul Kagame, président du Rwanda, que nous Congolais appelons ou avons l'habitude d'appeler M. Paul Adolf Hitler Kagame, parce qu'il se comporte de la même façon que s'est comporté M. Adolf Hitler, qui avait cette pensée ou ces intentions macabres d'éliminer toute une population, toute une nation, des milliers de civils innocents. M. Kagame, président du Rwanda, que je ne veux pas appeler Excellence, sciemment, aujourd'hui déclare à Moscou que la raison de ces 30 ans de guerre ou des tireurs de ficelles menés sur le sol congolais n'était rien que celui de s'accaparer des terres congolaises qu'il estime ont été volées par le colon. Ainsi, Congolais, patriotes, fils du pays que je suis, si le gouvernement congolais va répondre à M. Kagame, tant mieux. Si l'organisation internationale va répondre à M. Kagame, tant mieux. Mais moi, en tant que fils du pays, digne fils des pays, patriote que je suis, défendant ma patrie et mes terres, j'ai le plein droit de répondre à ces messieurs qui a vraiment exagéré, qui a dépassé ses limites, qui a fait périr plus de 12 millions de gens juste pour s'accaparer des terres qui n'est pas les leurs. Et ces messages seront en anglais pour sa meilleure compréhension. Je sais que M. Paul Kagame, qui va me suivre directement à travers de ses conseillers, écoute le français, il écoute même le lingala, les langues congolaises, parce qu'il est amoureux du Congo. Mais pour sa meilleure compréhension, je le lui ferai en anglais. His Excellency, Mr. Felix Tshisekedi, President of the Republic of Congo, and Mr. Paul Kagame has signed a peace deal last month or recently in the US for a ceasefire. We are very pleased eventually to know the real intention of Mr. Kagame during this war. Mr. Kagame is claiming lands that has been stolen from the colon or the colonialism empire, or what we call it, whatsoever we call it, because they were not government. Mr. Kagame, let me tell you something. What are Congolese thinking of you or of your Hematutsi power? This whole network that is trying to take lands out of Congo and to create a state because you do not have land. Mr. Kagame, first of all, millions of Congolese and Rwandese has perished on Congolese soil because of you and your network and your government. We as Congolese, as far as we're concerned, we are not enemies of the Rwandese people. The Rwandese people are suffering like any other people in the world. We do not care about this propaganda, that fake propaganda of visiting Rwanda, that fake propaganda of polishing the streets of Kigali to say that Rwanda is the best place to live, Rwanda is developed, while its people, its population is scattered all over the world looking for better life. We find them in numbers in Kenya. I've seen them in Kenya. I've seen them in Congo. I've seen them in Burundi. I've seen them in Zambia. I've seen them in South Africa. They're all over searching for a better life. If Rwanda was a paradise, they wouldn't be scattered. And some of them, thousands of them, have fled to the US and Canada, let's say in North America, as refugees, as fake Congolese refugees, just because in Rwanda's agenda of the Hematutsi power, your aim is to invade us tomorrow as Congolese. And we are already in touch with American governments of US and Canada to unveil these people, and they will be arrested one by one and transferred to Congo, as they have lied to American governments to be our refugees. In your strategies, you have invaded our country always through rebels, through Rwanda's army, through women to marry Congolese, and even in social network, you have your soldiers, your numeric soldiers, that's making propaganda of Hematutsi power. But what I'm here to tell you shortly is that this land belongs to us. It belongs to Congo, that we are. Because Rwanda never existed before 1880s. There was no Rwanda. But the empire, the kingdom of Congo and the Congolese tribes have existed since. You, Tutsi or Nilotics, you have came out of nowhere, all the way from Sudan in the northern, through Somalia. You know your story better than I. Without lands, the Belgium has given you that little part which belongs to Congo so that you can be established. And actually what we like to say here is that Congo has existed even before the colonialism empire land in Africa. They have drawn, the colonialism empire have drawn borders, which without our permission, they have made history without our permission, which we do not care. Once I visited Nairobi, I was on a holiday mission for 2 weeks. Unfortunately for me, I fell sick while I was in Nairobi and I was admitted to hospital. I exceeded 2 days. On my way back to Congo, I was held in Nairobi in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport of Nairobi for exceeded 2 days while I was in hospital, which was justified. And Kenyan authority has urged me to pay for my overstay. I told them I will not pay for any overstay. I'm an African, born in Africa. For me, Africa has no border. The same thing happened to me. Okay, I was not sick in Johannesburg or at Tambo. I think it was in 2011. I exceeded some days, which South Africa authorities has urged me to pay as well for my exceeded days. I said to them clearly, Africa belongs to me. I feel comfortable everywhere I'm in Africa, and nobody can charge me for overstay wherever I am in Africa. But you Nilotic, you are not originally Africans. You know where you came from. And up until now, you do not have lands and origin. I follow Mr. Nyarugabo, Moses, who has invaded and infiltrated Congo's government as well, like Ruberwa, saying that they have land of the ancestor in Congo that they are claiming, and they are doing through their manipulation through the Banyamulenges, which does not exist, which is not the tribes of Congo, which are the Rwandese and not Congolese. Mr. Kagame, in short, what I would like to say is, you have launched a war. And this war has two consequences. The first consequence is you have tarnished the image of the Rwandese population. Because like I said earlier here, the Rwandese population not our enemies. We are Africans. We meet in several countries. There are Congolese live in Rwanda. There are Rwandese also can live in Congo in peace. But our enemies is you, Mr. Kagame, your army, your network, your Tutsi empire or Ematutsi empire that are trying to invade Congo in order to take our lands. And the way that you have taken this war, I believe there were many solutions of launching this through dialogues. You could have gone to the colonialism empire and reivindicate those lands. You could have approached the Congolese government and said, listen here, we need to reform or retrace the border that the colonialism empire has displaced or misplaced. Because when they came to draw borders, or when they were launching, I'm talking about colonialism empire, through the Conference of Berlin, it was not with African permissions. They did it on their own. We were not concerned about this. They came to trace borders which not concern us today. That's why we African and Pan-African do not believe in borders that those people have set in order to divide us. Africa must always be in peace and united. People are born in peace in Africa and will die in peace in Africa. Do not die like mosquitoes that you are massacring, you and your army, which we have the proof of. More than 12,000 Congolese you have massacred, and those people you have massacred through the Rwandese genocide, and those people that your government continuing to oppress and massacre up until today in Rwanda. So this war that you have launched, it's an everlasting war, because we are fighting today. We're going to teach this to our kids, our sons and daughters, our grandsons. They will remain vigilant, and they will fight you up till the end and prove you that you have no land to take, not even 1 centimeter of lands of Congo that you will take as you wish in your dreams. So you have tarnished the image of the Rwandese population. They will not grow in peace towards Congolese, which they consider as enemies while they are innocent, because the enemies are not the population. The enemy is you and your network and your government and your army that we are targeting. But the Rwandese population will not be welcomed, loved, respected, or considered vis-a-vis of Congolese, and also vis-a-vis of all Africans, because this story has happened, as the whole Africa can see. Go down in South Africa and see how families today are protesting, are claiming South African soldier as who has died in Congo. How many other African soldiers, armies, human beings has died in Congo because of this war that you are claiming land by sneaking, not by being open, not by approaching the colonialist empire, not by approaching the international community, not by approaching the UN, not by approaching even the Congolese government, but by sticking and funding rebels to destabilize the country, because your hidden agenda was to take the lands. I do not believe that this land you will be one to take for yourself, because tomorrow you will die. You're not immortal. Tomorrow you die. You're not eternal. And after you will remains people who will not even have the guts to get this land, because we will not allow it. If the Congolese government will allow it through corruption or whatsoever means, but the population and patriot Congolese that we are will not allow it. So you have tarnished the image of the Rwandese population through generations by the way of undertaking, by the way of expressing your agenda of taking land, which I believe could have be done in another way, and peacefully, avoiding loss of lives, of millions of lives that you have taken away in Congo since 1996 up until today in 2026, in 30 years. And you have tarnished the image of the Rwandese population, or the Rwandese country, government, state, and population in the whole world. We have seen you as we see Israel today torturing Palestine. Israel can have his right to do what they're doing in Palestine. But the way they are doing it, after even signing a ceasefire that they are violating, and the way that you are doing is very, very similar, that even if you have the right, but that cannot be sympathized, tolerated, everybody will hate you. As far as we are concerned, we're here to let you know that even if tomorrow you are not there, because you will die one day, but those who remain must stay strong. We will fight up until the ends. Laurent Desire Kabila have said, this war will be everlasting. This war will be everlasting, from the army to the population. So, we are so pleased to know your agenda that we didn't know, because we always wondered why you have killed so many people. Your fake intention of following Interamwe that they caused genocide in Rwanda was only the fake agenda, was just your real agenda was to loot the Congo, to invade or infiltrate the Congo through your soldiers everywhere, from the government to the population and the army. And now we know that your agenda is to take our lands, which we will never allow you. Not even in your dream, not even in this world, not even in the upcoming life. This will push us to do even more, to return this war against you, and to do the opposite of what you are thinking. As we can, we will even claim that Rwanda is our territory that the colony has given you, that we would like to take back. I'm talking to you as a patriot. If you really think that this can be happen, in this life or in a coming life, upcoming life or future life, if we will have after we die, I'm hereby to tell you that this is just a dream we'll never even realize in the dream. I'm saying and I'm repeating, this is a dream that will never be realized or will never happen in another dream. Because we will fight it, our son will fight it, our grandson will fight it, our spirit will fight it, and those who died, lost their life unfairly because of your agenda will be among us. Those spirits will fight it as well. Whosoever Rwandese soldiers that will step in his foot in Congo, cross the border and stand in Congo, will always die. And you don't understand why you die in numbers. It's not because you don't have ammunition or because you have a strong army. It's because you are fighting us on our soil. And we are fighting you not alone. We are fighting you with spirits. We are fighting you in numbers. We are fighting you as double. Every Congolese soldier that you see is accompanied, is supported by the spirit of those who perished innocently because of your dreams of fantasy. If you have been supported or invaded the country during the 18 years of Joseph Kabila, who usurpated or infiltrated the state, the head of the state, with Mr. Tshisekedi, that will never happen again. This Tshisekedi you laughed at delivering pizza has shown you what he can. He has shown you how intelligent he is. He has shown you how to defeat you. Whoever support you can get in the world to fight us, you will never win this war and you will never take those lands. If you cannot forget about it and withdraw your troop and give up to this intention, thanks God. But if you continue, let me tell you clearly, this war will be everlasting to the last standing man. Not even a centimeter of land, of square land, or feet of the Congo superficie or territory will be given to you, to whosoever comes after you, or to the Ematutsi power. But we promise you the strongest defeat, and this will be history. Not as much to say. I just regret that the way that you have undertaken this matter for 30 years, you have tarnished the image of the Rwandese, innocent Rwandese population in Congo. No Rwandese can come and live in peace in Congo while Congolese are living in peace in Rwanda today because of you. And in Africa, those people will be tortured. They will be undermined. They will be denied. They will be looked in the bad eyes because of your doing. Those innocent Rwandese people who just fleeing poverty, lack of opportunity in Rwanda to go and look for better life overseas. And for those who usurpated the Congolese nationality to go through scholarships or refugee programs to be claimed as Congolese, we will deal with them strongly. And when those governments that we are giving information will arrest them and repatriate them in Congo, we will punish them severely. But as far as you're concerned, Mr. Kagame, this speech is directly addressed to you to tell you that you can write it on your graveyard, that you'll never get a centimeter square of land from Congo. You'll never win this war against Congolese. And whoever Rwandese soldiers will step a feet in Congolese soil, on Congolese soil, will cross the Congolese border to come and fight here, will die, because every bullet, every soldiers that are fighting in Congo are doubled and tripled with spirit because of the blood you have shed on our soil, and because of the lives of the innocent Congolese and Rwandese you have perished on our soil, just for the imaginary lands that you are claiming from us. I'm so pleased to hear your agenda, because I've followed you in many times as you've been denied, you've been denying your presence or your implication through those rebels. That today we understand the story and we are ready for you. Mr. Kagame, we are waiting for you. We are waiting for your soldiers. We are ready. Let this war of land begin. We are ready, and we will give you what you want. In other words, we will give you what you don't want. And this everlasting war, let it begin. Thank you.